Good morning. I'm so excited to do take two on this video because the last time the video lasted for like a minute, I didn't even get into anything, and it's such a good topic. I've never heard anybody talk about this, but maybe like years and years ago. And it's about finding your voice in your industry. And I want to talk about this because I hear my clients talk about it. I've experienced it. And I've actually heard my mentors talk about it in a certain capacity. And I wanted to teach the 3 stages of finding your voice in your industry, whatever industry that is. And I get a lot of complaints that people feel like they're finding themselves imitating their mentors or their peers or the people that they're learning from, and they like don't want to. It doesn't feel really good, but they don't really know like what their voice is, how they want to speak, the message they want to spread, and how they want to spread it. And that's the goal, is to get where you're being yourself online, like literally to find your voice, to express from that place, and to feel like you can just be authentic and just be yourself. That's the goal. And so I'm going to talk about the 3 stages of finding your voice and the 3 stages of getting there. And this is going to give you, I believe that this is going to give you wild permission to allow wherever you are right now and be excited for the next step. Because what happens if we don't allow where we're at because we don't think that it's normal or that it's right, we actually stay there a little bit longer than maybe is necessary. So I'm hoping that this is going to give you wild permission. I'm hoping that you're going to get, let me just get into it. This is my morning hair. Hello. I've been working on the computer all morning. Also just got this. Isn't it fantastic? I wish you could feel it. Okay. So 3 stages of finding your voice. The first stage, I want to tell a story with this. So way back 6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago. Oh my gosh. Hi, Steph. I was going to message you. Way back like 6 or 7 years ago, I had a mentor named Alexi Panos. Some of you guys may know her. Her husband is Preston Smiles, who's also pretty popular. She was my first mentor, and I watched her videos like binge. I'm pretty sure I've watched every single one of her YouTubes up until a couple of years ago. I binged them. I loved them. And so when she was teaching me to be a leader, this was before my business even existed. I was still like leading. When she was teaching me to be a leader, it was actually when we had the bone broth company. I tried to make videos like her because those are the videos that changed my life. So I actually had Adam, like if you know her YouTube videos are, they're edited and they're like the camera's moving and she's giving like these stories and these lessons, and they're very like her. They're very on brand for her now that I look back. But that's how I learned, and that's what changed my life. So when I started making content, I was like, oh, I want to make videos like Alexi because that helped me. And this is the first stage of finding your voice in your industry, is imitating your mentors. And it's cool. It's fine. You're trying on different forms of self-expression. You're trying on different forms of leadership, like especially if you've never had any leadership experience or any leadership experience that allowed you to be expressed in your own way and, lead your own thoughts. That's okay. The first step of this is imitating the people that you learned from because you learned from them. And so you want to teach other people. So it's completely normal that you want to teach like your mentors. But then the thing happens and we get into step 2. So there's a really important part of this that I'm going to talk about after step 3 that I do not want you to miss. So please make sure you hang out till the end. I'm not planning on making this a super long video, but it's almost like a bonus step. You'll see. So step 1 is imitating your coach. It's cool. It's normal. Don't feel bad about it. Please stop shaming yourself about it. Literally see it as you're trying on forms of self-expression. You're trying on leadership personality traits and you're seeing what you like. And I still do a lot. I still have like essences of Alexi and some of the stuff that I do because she was the first one to like completely change my life. But I'm totally not imitating her anymore. So it's really important. You're going to find things you like. All right. Step 2 is speaking your own opinion. Okay. This is cool. So you'll get to this point to where you're imitating your leader. in step one. And then you'll realize that you're like also parroting all their thoughts and imitating their thoughts too. And then you get to this point and you realize like, oh, I actually like have my own opinions. I have my own thoughts. I actually want to share something a little bit differently than they do. I want to take this perspective on it. And so step two is speaking your own opinions, creating new thoughts, and yet still expressing like the leader. So this happened with me, with Alexi. I started talking about my own thing, which at the time was health, because Adam and I were starting a bone broth company, and that was just like I was like the gut health girl. And so I was talking about health and worthiness and all of that. I was leading my own thought, and I was still doing my videos like Alexi, and I was still like expressing like her. The stuff that was coming out was different, but the image was the same. And then what happened after that, and I stayed there for a while. Because it was really fun. It was really fun for me, and I was learning so much, and I felt like safe in that form of expression, but I was stretching when I was leading the new thoughts and like saying the new things. And so step two, I stayed at for a while. And then I realized after a while that the way that she put her stuff together and expressed and edited, like she had she had help, and she put more time in, and it almost was like it was taking too much of my energy to try to be like her, because I was talking about my own thoughts in my different thoughts for long enough that a new form of expression really wanted to start coming out of me, and I wanted to start being different, and I wanted to just do it. I wanted to make it easy. I didn't want to have to think about it. And so that led me to step three, which was finding my own voice. So the important thing, and remember there's a bonus step here, a bonus piece. Step one is imitating your mentors. Totally normal. You're trying stuff on. You will continue to try stuff on through the course of your career or your leadership. I promise you. It's okay if you're there. Step two, you're going to find that you're going to stay in the same place of expressing like them, but your thoughts are going to be different. So you start speaking your own opinion while you're still expressing the same. And then step three is a total transformation to where you're not only speaking like you're expressing like you, because you're finding through that practice of step one and step two what feels really good, what doesn't feel good, what feels like too much energy, what feels easy, what you're naturally good at. Like I learned that I was so naturally good at, not only naturally good at live videos, but I really wanted to, for whatever reason, to master the speaking and the live videos. And so that's what like came easy for me to practice and like rewatch my stuff. And then I eventually found who I was. Now, the bonus piece of this will happen over and over and over again in your career if you continue to learn from different people and if you continue to pay different mentors. Because then it happened again when I hired my first and my second business mentor. When I hired my first business mentor, I started talking like him. And then I sort of picked some things that I really liked from how he expressed. And then I went through those 3 steps quicker than the first time. And then I hired my second business mentor and I started expressing like her. And then I sort of picked and chose and tried that on and be like, well, I like this, I don't like this. And then now here I am, the 3rd iteration of Shauna as a leader, finding her own voice. And I am more embodied in who I am in my expression than ever. And so because I know those three steps, and because I know I'm going to have more mentors, I'm going to be able to look at this and observe these 3 steps happening and either go through it quicker or not be so mean and down on myself when I'm going through the steps. And let me let you know that, at least, I guess I can't speak for everybody, but like me as a mentor with my clients, and I believe a lot of other coaches and mentors, we know that this happens. It's okay when my clients are trying my form of expression on and they want to express like me. That's okay. That's going to happen because I'm helping them change their life. So if you're worried about, people taking it personally or your mentors taking it personally, I don't take it personally. The thing that you don't want to do is like copy their words or copy their lessons exactly down. And so this is actually really good, because when you're in that first step of imitating your coach, one of the best things I did that really helped me feel like I was in integrity was give credit to whoever's lesson I was parroting at the time. Because a lot of times in that very first step, you're sort of just you're parroting information, you're sharing information that you got. And so in order for you to feel in integrity and not feel like you're actually copying somebody else's message because you haven't formed your own yet, it's really important, and it'll feel really good if you give credit. And you can still be a fantastic leader when you give credit, all right? I would like to flick some people on the forehead when I say this, because so many people think that you can't give credit to other leaders because then it means that you're less of a leader. And that's so beyond what my definition of a leader is. Like, I lead by being a student. And so when I'm bringing somebody's thought to my community that doesn't have my thought in it, I'm going to do my best to remember to give credit to that leader. And when you're in that step one of imitating your coach, it's going to help you feel better about getting on and expressing. Because if you don't do that, then I get all these people that are like, well, I feel like it's not my thought. I don't want to. They feel like they have that imposter syndrome come up because they're not giving this credit away. And they feel like they're becoming somebody that they're not, or they're putting off somebody that they're not. And then as you go through the next two steps of speaking your own opinion and then finding your own voice, you have to sort of share that credit less and less, because you're forming your own worldview. And the key to finding your own voice in your industry is to practice. I'm telling you, you will not find your own voice and own opinions in your industry unless you start speaking or typing your own voice and your own opinions about your industry. Practice will get you there. You can only improve. So remember that these 3 steps exist. Which step are you on right now? And remember that you get to feel okay about that. So I would love to know if you identify with the step, what step is that? And any other takeaways that you took from this video. This is something that's like so on my heart with people, because I love supporting my clients in their leadership and their self-expression and finding their voice and the things they want to share, and being confident to share things that are different in their industry that other people are sharing. So I'm gonna end it. I want to invite you to come to my third Camera and Keyboard Masterclass. It's free. It's this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Comment and let me know if you want to be there, and then I can send you the information. So excited about that. This is the 3rd round. Everybody loves it. It's just been fantastic to watch these women come to this masterclass and then leave and then go from a place of doubting everything and hating the things that they put together to loving everything that they put together and feeling like they can't get their message out quick enough, and not having to like prepare, and coming on camera like this, and just confidence that ripples into all these other areas so they can actually lead and stand out in their industry. It's actually what the workshop is about, is like, it's a beautiful workshop to create community. I introduce everybody there. So you're going to meet people, you're going to connect with people on every workshop has been like this. And then you're going to learn how to turn on your own magnetism, eliminate your fear of vulnerability, and stand out in your industry. So it's a Q&A type format. I'm going to get on, give you a little lesson, and then you can ask me specific questions or you can ask me general questions. And we are right there learning in a group. And I'm telling you, I get feedback like that they've never been to a workshop like this before, and it's unique and different and valuable. So comment if you want to come this Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you register, you can also get the replay for 24 hours. And if you have any questions, DM me. So this was the 3 steps of finding your voice in your industry. And I believe I'm going to come live every day this week. So I'll see you tomorrow.